A pig that eats well grows well. Feeding pigs the right diet at each stage is the single most important factor. That diet delivers rapid growth and high-quality pork. A well-designed feeding program is not just filling a trough. It is a precise science. It directly impacts your farm's bottom line. Provide the correct nutrients, provide them in the correct form, provide them at the correct time. Doing that helps minimize waste, improve herd health, shorten time to market. First, nutritional needs change as pigs grow. Tiny, newly weaned piglets and big finishers need different diets. Second, match protein, energy, and key amino acids like lysine to each phase. Third, feed form, water availability, and hygiene multiply results. The goal is efficient growth, better pork, and higher profits. The starter phase. The first 3 to 4 weeks after weaning are a critical transition. Piglets face a new diet, environment, and social group. This period is stressful, but it's also where we build the foundation for future growth and profitability. Our top priority is encouraging feed intake to support the developing gut. The goal is to get them eating quickly, climbing from an initial daily intake of around 150 grams to over 600 grams by the end of this phase. The target is to reach about 15 kilograms. Hitting this weight keeps the entire production schedule on track. To get there, use a highly palatable, digestible starter with 18 to 22% protein. High-quality ingredients are crucial as the piglet's digestive system is still immature. Lysine is especially important as it's the primary driver for lean tissue deposition, the exact kind of growth we want. Present feed as a crumble or a small pellet. These forms reduce waste and are easier for small piglets to eat, which boosts intake. For the first few days, offer small, frequent meals on mats or in shallow pans. This stimulates curiosity and smooths the transition to dry feed. But feed is only half the equation. Water is just as important. In fact, poor water access is a primary cause of low feed intake. Ensure drinkers are at piglet shoulder height and deliver a flow rate of about 500 milliliters per minute. Check them daily, no exceptions. The environment is also key. Keep pens warm, dry, and draft-free. Aim for 28 to 30 degrees Celsius initially, gradually lowering to 24 degrees as pigs grow. This ensures their energy fuels growth, not just body heat. Watch for signs of poor intake, like hollow flanks or lethargy. If you see this, check water flow and temperature first. A quick fix is offering a wet gruel to entice reluctant eaters. Daily hygiene is non-negotiable. Clean feeders and waterers to prevent scours, as stale, damp feed is a breeding ground for bacteria. A quality starter feed is an investment, but its impact is unmatched. Investing now reduces illness and mortality, speeds early growth, and ensures pigs leave the nursery healthy and on schedule. At about 15 kilograms, pigs enter the grower phase. This phase runs until pigs reach around 40 to 60 kilograms, a period of rapid, efficient growth that typically lasts 40 to 50 days. The primary nutritional goal is to support efficient lean muscle gain, building the frame that will carry them to market weight. To achieve this, we adjust the diet. Crude protein is strategically reduced to about 16 to 18% as the pig's requirement for growth decreases with maturity. However, we must maintain adequate levels of essential amino acids, especially lysine, which is the first limiting amino acid for muscle development. This precision directs resources to lean tissue, not excess fat. Using pelleted feed is highly recommended. The form itself significantly reduces feed wastage, and the heat treatment during pelleting improves digestibility. This is often delivered via ad-lib feeders, which maximize daily intake and growth potential. Feeder management is crucial. Adjust the feeder settings as the pigs grow, ensuring the gap allows access without spilling feed on the floor, a direct financial loss. Beyond nutrition, the environment is paramount. Keep housing clean, dry, and well ventilated. Proper space allowance is also non-negotiable. with grower pigs requiring around 0.4 square meters per animal. Good ventilation controls temperature and humidity, ensuring pigs use energy for growth, not just staying warm. Monitor weekly weight gain to confirm your program is on track. Once pigs hit 60 kilograms, they transition into the finisher phase. This final stage takes them to a market weight of 100 to 120 kilograms, usually over 55 to 65 days. Here, the focus shifts to overall weight gain and final pork quality, including desired back fat thickness. The diet changes again. Protein drops to between 13 and 15% as muscle deposition slows. Now, energy is the most critical component. This is often supplied through added fat sources like vegetable oils, and moderate fiber can support gut health. Lysine requirements decrease but remain key for carcass quality. This phase is where most feed is consumed, so efficiency is everything. For the combined grower-finisher period, aim for a feed conversion ratio, or FCR, between 2.5 and 3.0. This means for every 2.5 to 3 kilograms of feed, the pig should gain 1 kilogram. A rising FCR is an immediate red flag. Investigate feed quality, feeder setup, water access, or health issues. Never underestimate the basics. Consistent daily hygiene and constant access to clean, fresh water are fundamental to protecting feed intake and maximizing efficiency. Beyond the feed itself, daily management and diligent monitoring are what separate good results from great ones. Let's run through some essential, rapid-fire checklists to keep your operation on track. First, the water system. Water availability is chief. Pigs will not eat if they cannot drink. Your daily check must confirm that every drinker is functional. Aim for a flow rate of 500 to 700 milliliters per minute for weaners, increasing to over a liter per minute for finishers. A slow drinker is a useless drinker. Ensure there's at least one nipple for every 10 to 15 pigs to prevent bullying and dehydration. And don't forget the lines themselves. A weekly flush is essential to prevent the buildup of biofilm, a slimy layer of bacteria that can contaminate the water and restrict flow. Clean water is non-negotiable. Next, feed storage and hygiene. Always store feed in a cool, dry place to prevent spoilage. Between every batch of feed, your bins must be completely emptied and cleaned. This isn't optional, it's your primary defense against mold and dangerous mycotoxins that can accumulate in old feed residue. On a daily basis, check feeders for caked on, stale feed, and clean up any spills. This not only reduces waste, but also improves pen hygiene and discourages pests. A clean feeding environment encourages appetite. Now for the fine-tuning, micronutrients and additives. Minerals and vitamins are the metabolic spark plugs for growth. A correct calcium to phosphorus ratio is fundamental for strong skeletal development and preventing lameness. Always use a high-quality, balanced vitamin and mineral premix in every diet phase. Additives like probiotics, enzymes, and organic acids can be used strategically to support gut health, but always follow label directions. For medicated feeds, strict veterinary guidance is mandatory. Adhere to all prescribed dosages and withdrawal periods without exception. This ensures animal welfare and food safety. Your nutritionist is your best partner here, helping you match these micronutrients perfectly to your genetics and available feedstuffs. Finally, your monitoring checklist. Walk your pens daily. This is your first line of defense. Spot the slow movers, the poor eaters, any signs of coughing or scours. Early detection and treatment protects the entire group's performance. Then, on a weekly basis, weigh a representative sample of pigs. This data is your compass. Use it to track feed use and calculate your feed conversion ratio, or FCR. The formula is simple. Total feed consumed divided by the total weight gained. A low FCR is your goal. Tracking this number allows you to benchmark your performance, spot problems early, and make data-driven decisions. A structured feeding program, supported by these rigorous checks, turns feed into faster growth, better pork, and higher profits.